I'd like to thank Sushil for the opportunity. In fact, I've been working with him for a couple of years now. His passion for technical analysis is just amazing. I mean, unless you have passion, I don't think you'll be able to come up with something like this. It's an absolutely amazing effort to put up a body like ATMA, which is involved in continuous programs. I don't know if your many members would be knowing you have regular programs on a monthly basis all over the country, not just in Mumbai alone, and again on various asset classes. So the body is just doing an amazing work. I think you should also visit the ATMA e-library, which I think was inaugurated a year or so back. Absolutely delightful collection of books, both latest and the past. Some of the distinguished speakers and authors all over the world. I think you all should visit that. And it's really wonderful to take time off on a long weekend like this to come and hear about technical analysis and what it can do or how we can benefit from it. Can I just use this? Okay, the topic, sorry. I'm fine. I was told to choose a topic which is quite sensational so that it makes some kind of an impact. So capturing high probability movements for trading and hedging in commodities is what I chose. What it essentially means is that the probability of someone getting the market direction right, that is something which becomes, you need to increase the probability of you getting something right. It doesn't mean that you will not get it wrong. So your probability of getting it wrong has to decrease and your probability of getting the market right has to increase. So that is the essence of this kind of presentation. And also over a period of time, I've been trading for the last 20 odd years now. As a trader for 15 years and as an observer for 5 years. And I've had the privilege of meeting my old friend, Mr. Ramakrishnan. He's one of the renowned traders in the foreign exchange markets. I've learned a lot from him in the initial stages. Learning is something which is a continuous process. It doesn't stop. So let me begin by saying that this entire presentation is going to be purely identifying or trying to give you some kind of an idea into the system which I use. See, when I say system, it's not some kind of a proprietary system which I use. I'm sure many of you all would be using it, but the objective behind that is very different compared to what the so-called trend catchers would be looking at. I also follow the trend very closely. I look at the trend very closely, but I rather look at the exhaustion points in the trend and not actually the trend. Because when you're trying to identify these exhaustion points, your chances of going wrong becomes very, very less. That's something which I've learned the hard way. Trial and error and going wrong most of the times. So that's one of the important part of the system, trying to increase the number of statistical indicators to stack the probability in your favor of getting the market right. That is the whole substance of what I'm going to be showing in the next 15-20 minutes. See, I've been into the commodity markets for quite some time now. I think it's the mid 90s when I was with Dow Jones Telerate, which is a real-time information company which was giving real-time feed on different markets, is when I actually knew there was something called commodity markets. I used to, I think, go to the coffee markets in South. A lot of coffee plantations which were actively looking at the New York coffee prices for direction, because most of them export coffee out of India. And that's when I realized the significance and the amount of importance people give to technical analysis in a remote place like Coorg, which is a coffee growing area. Till then, I thought it's just a concept which people might, or just a report which they might read. But when I went and saw the amount of traders who are giving so much of importance for it, and when I met various other corporations also who are basically having a separate technical desk, is when I realized the importance of technicals in the commodity trading side. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit lost here. Yeah. Okay, alternative investments, as you all know, has all these, the chart which you just see here. And I focus on the commodities part, which is the hard commodities and the soft commodities. In fact, the techniques, mostly to do with technical analysis, I would say to a certain degree of certainty that it works very well in commodities compared to the other asset classes. In fact, I've also, my career has been spanning all the asset classes. I started with equities, then I moved into commodities, and I continued in commodities, and then I became a Forex dealer with Scotiabank. So I've used in FX also very actively. But I can say that